Hey Gemini, what's up? Welcome to your reading. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's have a look at what's going on in your professional life, job, career, business. Roles can be reversed anytime, so feel free to switch those energies, vice versa. It could be your energy or someone in and around your environment that could be impacting your professional life, okay? This is for Gemini from the 20th to the 26th of January 2025. Okay, let's do this. Coming into the current situation, Gemini, let's see. What you're doing, Gemini, right now is that I see you as very, very cool, calm, collected. I see you as also slowing down. A lot of you are slowing down. A lot of you are allowing something to develop naturally. Whereas this is not the time for you to slow down. This is not the time for you to allow things to develop naturally. This is the time for you to put in some pump in some investment. I feel a strong sense of being lazy, being demotivated, or just looking for get rich quick schemes. Now, this is not for this is not for every one of you, but for some of you. And if you know it, it's okay. All right. But you don't have to come down in a comment box and tell me like, oh, I'm not looking for that. If you're not looking for that, then that's fine. I never said your name. Okay. So a lot of you could be looking at shortcuts to making money, but what you require right now is to pump in investment. For the others of you, you need to put in a lot of extra hard work. Okay, you are putting in the work for sure, but the problem is there is misdirected activity. What you're doing is you're putting in a lot of hard work in the wrong areas. You need to put in hard work somewhere else. You need to put in hard work into something which is going to be a change. You need to put in the hard work into something which is going to be something new, exploring new opportunities or exploring something new or putting your hard work towards something new. What you're doing is you're putting in the hard work in trying to find out where is my comfort zone, where is my comfort zone, where is my comfort zone. That's what you're doing. So you're putting all your hard work in going around in circles. That's what you're doing. The amount of effort, the amount of detail orientation, okay, the amount of detail oriented that you're being very detail oriented. That's another thing out here. A lot of times what happens is that when you're detail oriented, you get nothing done. Why? Because you're constantly looking at this problem, this problem, this problem, this problem. But the problems that you're looking at are so irrelevant compared to the bigger picture. You see what I'm saying, Gemini? So don't allow things to develop naturally. That time is over and done with. For some of you, there is also a message out here to compromise. There's a lack of compromise. There's a lack of flexibility. And because you're not compromising, because there's not much flexibility, you're not being open to solutions. You're not coming off as a problem solver. You're just adding on more problems to a problem. So if there is someone coming towards you to solve a problem, compromise. And if you're the only one trying to solve the problem, then look at the problem and solve it. Don't find even more problems and small minute details which are hampering the growth or stopping you from getting the desired outcome. Okay, so right now I think you're just doing one thing, going around in circles. You already know what to do, but you're not doing it. Okay. I feel that you are very, very stuck and busy in your day-to-day activities. You're so monotonous right now in your overall approach that you're not looking at the bigger picture. You need to look at something that requires your attention right now, but you're just too busy to look at it. See, that's what the funny part is. On your mind is to release an idea. On your mind is to manifest something that you are looking for. There is a big manifestation on your mind. You want to create some kind of reality. You feel like Superman. You feel like Superwoman. You do realize that you need to put in money. You do realize that something out here is going to require you to invest more money or is going to require you to stop holding on to something very tightly. Could be fears. Maybe you're holding on to your fears too tightly. Maybe you're holding on to some kind of insecurities too tightly. Maybe you're holding on to some kind of old belief systems. Or maybe you're holding on to a lot of money. On your mind, you already know that if you want that reality, you're going to have to release money. You're going to have to invest money. You're going to have to find investors, okay? Because there is something brand new on your mind, something that you're very enthusiastic about, something that you're very passionate about. It's almost like a clean slate. But the problem here is you are too scared to rock the boat. You're indecisive. You could be looking for someone to take the blame. It's more like, I want to do that. I put in the money, but if it doesn't work out, it's your fault. That's what you're doing. You're waiting for someone to apportion the blame with you. Unfortunately, that's your baby. And no one's going to apportion the blame with you. It's like, I'm not happy where I am. I'm not happy in the job that I am. I want to get out of the job. I want to go towards a new job. But if it doesn't work out, who do I catch to blame? Or who's going to help me take the blame? That's what's on your mind. So you're not being able to rock the boat. You're still dependent on someone else. You're relying on someone else's opinion to give you a push to move towards something that you really, really want. It's almost like you told me to do it, that's why I do it. That's what you're looking for. But this time around, there's no one else going to tell you what you need to do. You're going to have to be independent enough to make that decision. In your heart space, you're very hopeful. In your heart space, you want to open yourself up to new changes. You want to embrace positive changes. You want to get out of the cold. You no longer want to stay in a situation in your heart space, in your subconscious, where you're stuck in the past. I think in your heart space, you are wanting to live again. You're wanting to open yourself up to new possibilities, new people, new situations. You no longer want to cling on to the past. You no longer want to cling on to your old glory days. You want to stop living in the past. You want to live more in the present and future. That's what you want to do subconsciously. You want to get out, okay? You want to release. You want to get back into that form where you can see positivity. You want to get out of negativity, okay? And you're very hopeful. But the problem here is that there is some situation, like I said, which seems to be like a risky investment for you. Either you feel you don't have enough money, okay, but you're dreaming a lot, or then you feel something out here is a risky investment and you're missing some opportunities subconsciously. Whereas you already know subconsciously you want to go for it, but you're still missing it because you're not 100% confident about putting in the work, putting in the effort. Now, before we move forward, if you need a personal reading, you can email me on tarotwithnimo@gmail.com. Let's see the best potential outcome for this week. Gemini, you can't blame anyone. You can't blame anyone. Why? This week, by the end of the week, it feels like you are so frustrated. There's so much of frustration coming out. And you could be removing all your frustration on someone who doesn't deserve it. Very simple. My Uber came in late. I was late for a meeting. I was so frustrated. I came to work and I fired the guy who gave me coffee right now. Like, what coffee have you made? It's shitty coffee. It wasn't even his fault. The coffee was fine. But you were finding ways to release your anger. So one important thing you need to hear, Gemini, is that see to it what is triggering you. What is the real issue out here? And where are you removing the anger? Remove the anger on the issue. Remove the anger on what needs to be corrected. Don't remove your anger somewhere else because it's not going to solve the purpose. So this week, by the end of the week, or this week, as a potential outcome, you're going to have a lot of difficulties managing your emotions. Okay, so keep your emotions in check. Don't say words. Don't say things to people that you can't take back. Okay, only because you're frustrated in some area of your life and you can't take control of your emotions. You've got to be cool, calm, collected, which you may lack doing. I also feel that a lot of you want a wish fulfillment. There is something on your mind that you truly, truly want. Two things. Either you're not putting in enough work, but work needs to be put in, or you are being very, very negative. Like, oh, I want that, but I know I'm not going to get it. So there's a lack of confidence from your side. There's a lack of self-esteem from your side. There's a lack of willingness to put in the work. You're too defensive. You're too paranoid. You're too isolated. I think you need to put yourself out there. A lot of you need to put yourself out there. A lot of you need to be confident in pursuing a decision. It's like, yeah, I know what I want. You need to take the lead here. And this is not that kind of a lead. This is more like confidence in yourself. This is not like number one taking the lead and the rest of the team behind. This is not that kind of lead. This is more like just being the leader of your own decisions. Lead your own decisions. You don't have to lead the team out here. That's not what it's saying. It's saying at least lead your decisions. Be confident in your decisions. Know who you are. Don't dim your light because it makes other people feel comfortable. Okay, be unapologetically yourself. You're not being able to be that. You're lacking the confidence. Okay, and I feel you're holding on to money. Although on your mind you already know you need to release something, or you need to release money, or you need to invest money. But what you're doing is you're still holding back. You need a mentor. A lot of you need a mentor. A lot of you should go to therapy. A lot of you may need someone to hear you out, or some of you may need to go to healers. Some of you may need to go to tarot card readers. But you need wisdom. This is the key out here. Wisdom is required out here. You need direction. Direction is the most important key this week. So a lot of you need direction. If you don't have direction, you're going to be lost. Okay, so that's what happened.